Good morning, children. Hope you all are fine. First of all, let me welcome to your new academic year. So, myself Anjali, I will be taking you chemistry in this academic year. Okay. So, your syllabus, your textbook, all are same only, same like your seniors. Okay. So, no, there is no change in the syllabus. So, I am not lagging the session. I am going to our new chapter, that is matter and its composition. What do you mean by matter? What is matter? Matter means anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. See this. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. That is matter. Everything that has a mass. For example, a pen you are taking, and if you are keeping it on the table, it will occupy a space on that table, right? It will occupy a space on the table. Same way, it has a mass also. If you are taking a pen, you are keeping it on the table, it will occupy a space on the table and it has mass also. So anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. Understand? So mass and matter. Matter, is it clear to you? So the definition is there in your exercise question is there, define matter, so you can write. The smaller classes, same thing you have studied also. Okay, so next we are going to study some example. I told you now only I told you that what are the examples for matter. The matter example are anything around you, like pen, pencil, book, bag, your food you eat, the dress you wear, air, water, everything are example for matter. And some diagrams are given here, that is the example for matter. And see this, the space anything occupies is, for example, if you are taking a bottle, okay, if you are taking 1 liter bottle you are taking. So in this 1 liter bottle, how much water it can carry? Maximum 1 liter water only it can carry, right? So the maximum space anything occupies, that is called a volume. So what is the volume? Volume means the space occupied by a matter is called volume. See this room, the room where you are sitting or where I am sitting. In this room air is filled, right? So what is the volume of that air? The volume will be the space of this full room size, that will be the volume. The volume means the space occupied by the matter, by a substance, is called volume. So what is volume? Volume is defined as the space occupied by a substance. So here in your textbook page number 1 it is given, the space anything occupies is called volume. So what is volume? The space anything occupies is called volume. Understand what is volume? Volume means the space anything occupies is called volume. Okay, and the amount of matter anything contains is called mass. Did you see that sentence? The amount of matter anything contains is called mass. How many matter are present in a substance? For example, if you are taking a balloon, nothing is there, air is not there, but if you are filling that, in that some matter, some molecules are present, that much total will be the mass of that balloon, right? The amount of matter, how many matter are present in that will be that mass. Okay, the amount of matter present in anything is called mass. The amount of matter present contains anything is called mass. Okay, so this much only. So we have studied matter. What is matter? Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. And next we have studied what is volume. What is volume? What is volume? Volume is the space occupied by a matter. How many space that a matter occupies, that is called volume. And what is the mass? Mass means the total matter present. That means the total matter, the total amount of matter is called mass. What is mass? The total amount of matter is called mass. So some example for matter, what you can give? Pen, pencil, book, food you eat, air, water, etc. These are the examples for matter. Okay, clear now? Any doubt? So do you have any doubt? So next we are going to study an activity to show that air is a matter. Air will occupy space. We know that matter means anything that occupies space is called matter. So we have taken air as an example. So now we are going to prove that air is a matter which occupies space, that we are going to prove. For that we are taking a balloon. See the activity number 1 in page number 1. Inflate a balloon, it become bigger and bigger. Right, it become bigger. Why it is becoming bigger? Because the air trapped inside it occupies space. So the air, how much air is trapping inside the balloon? It is occupying a space inside the balloon, right? So next what we are going is, so like this way we are inflating a balloon, okay, so that the balloon will become bigger and bigger, and we are going to that. So this proves that the air occupies a space. As the size of the balloon increases, what does it shows? It shows that air occupies space. Then next we are telling it has mass. So air has mass, that we are going to prove. So that we are taking a scale, a steel scale we are taking, and one end we are tying that inflated balloon. That means the air balloon containing air in it, and the another end we are hanging a balloon without air. So that what will happen? See the diagram. From this diagram itself we can say the balloon containing air will go downwards. That means that particular balloon contains a mass in it. So that we can say, from this experiment we can say that air occupies space as well as air contains mass. Understand? So these are the topics we have studied. So up to here. Then the next topic that we are going to study is states of matter. What do you mean by what are the three? What is the state of matter? State of matter means at which way it is existing, like ice or water vapor, that way. So how many states of matter are there? Smaller classes you have studied the same. The matter exists in 3 states, that is solid, liquid and gaseous state. The 3 states of matter are solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Give examples for that. The liquid state, solid state example is ice, liquid state example is water, and the gaseous state example is water vapor. Okay, I think up to here everybody understood a solid, liquid and gas. Okay, so now we are going to study the next topic. What causes difference in states of matter? What is causing the difference in states of matter? See, in solid state, okay, in solid state, if it is an ice cube, we know that matter is made up of small tiny particles, right? So if in a solid state the particles will be very closely packed like this way. Understand? The particles will be very closely packed. That is why it is called a solid state. The particles are very closely packed. Okay, and these particles are known as molecules. molecules, molecules. Okay, the small tiny particles present in a matter is called molecules. Okay, so in a molecule, see this diagram, in a molecule. Okay, so assume that this is a matter. Let it be a sheet of paper or a glass piece or water, whatever it is, a matter. In this, small particles are present. This is small particles present in a molecule, in a matter. And there is a space between one molecule to another molecule, right? There is a space between one molecule to another molecule. What is this space called? The space between one molecule to another molecule is called intermolecular space. What is that? Intermolecular space. The space between the molecules is called intermolecular space. One molecule to another molecule, there will be a space, that is called intermolecular space. What is this? Molecule means the small tiny particles present in matter is called molecule. We cannot see molecule through our eyes. It is invisible, very smaller thing. We cannot see through our eyes. Okay. So each molecules are having small spaces between them. That space is called intermolecular space. And next I am telling from the same diagram, I am telling you there is a attraction between one molecule to another molecule. Like if you are keeping a magnet, at the two sides, what they will do? They will attract with each other and come closer like this way, right? So what is that? When two substances are kept together, they will attract with each other. Same way, here two molecules are kept, they will attract with each other. So the attractive force, the attraction between one molecule to another molecule is called force of attraction or intermolecular force. A force of attraction, the molecules are held together by a force of attraction called intermolecular force. Understand? The attraction between one molecule to another molecule is called intermolecular force. Okay, so this much only we have to study. And next, if the intermolecular space is less, see, if the intermolecular space is less, that means the molecules are kept together like this way. Okay, what will happen? Attraction is big because one molecule is sticked on another, that means attraction is more. Or in other words, we can say if the attraction is more, intermolecular force of attraction is more, then that intermolecular space will be less. Intermolecular force of attraction have one more name, that is cohesion. C-O-H-E-S-I-O-N, cohesion. Okay, what is cohesion? Cohesion means the force of attraction only. Okay, so if the attraction is more, then what is less? Space is less. And if the intermolecular force of attraction or cohesion is less, like this way, if the molecules have very no attraction, that means they are not coming closer, that means the intermolecular space will be more. Understand? So this much only up to here. See this paragraph. For any substance, the intermolecular space is the minimum in the solid state, larger in the liquid state, and the largest in the gaseous state. We know that in solid state, particles are very closely packed like this, very tightly packed. That means there is no intermolecular space. But if it is liquid state, means what will be the condition? If it is liquid state, means the particles will be loosely packed so that there will be intermolecular space. And if it is gaseous state, means what will be the condition? There will be large intermolecular space like this way. Molecules will be very loosely packed. So the intermolecular space will be very large in liquid gaseous state and larger in liquid state and very tighter, smaller in solid state. Okay, so this much only our today's topic. So all of you should read the textbook. Okay, activity is there in our exercise also, so all of you should read your textbook 1 or 2 times. Okay, so thank you so much. Take care all of you.